Make difficult things easy. Tell me, which one do you prefer? Studying for a science test or scrolling through social media? You would be honest when you picked the second option, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just how we humans operate in this world, picking the easier options that bring more sense of reward to us. Good news for you! There's a way to beat the system and make you pick studying in reality. Before we dive into the video, please be advised that if you are suffering from serious addictions, such as alcohol or drugs, please seek professional medical help. Welcome to Savvy, where we have lots of practical wisdom to share. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button below, and while you're at it, hit subscribe. Have you ever heard of dopamine? It's the key ingredient that we'll get to know more about in this video. That has to do with feeling good about certain activities versus others. What has dopamine got to do with anything? Your brain likes dopamine so much. In simple terms, it's an ingredient that your brain uses to send messages. But what kind of messages? These are the ones that end in desire. When the message reaches you in a blitz, you will feel good and will feel rewarded. Do you have any activities in mind that end in such a feeling? That's dopamine at work. It's a big deal because those that make you feel good influence what you're going to prioritize. Because, face it, feeling rewarded is better than doing things that don't end in the same level of happiness, right? Easy versus difficult. Now that you know what dopamine is, let's have a dip on the question of why you are more likely to pick the easy things when the difficult ones reap more benefits in the long run. Yeah, why is that? Let's revisit the options I gave you earlier. Study or social media. You know very well that studying will make your grades A high than wasting time in social media. The answer to this is another fancy but scientific word: homeostasis. It's your body's process to keep everything in balance, both the physical and chemical conditions. When you pick social media time and time again, making your brain produce and send more dopamine, this results in an imbalance. But since your body is tricked to always keep things balanced, it adapts to this overwhelming production of dopamine, which results in a very familiar body tendency: tolerance. The challenging part is when you become tolerant of the unhealthy but quick rewarding activities. You will do more of it. So how can you beat it? Dopamine detox. If you can detoxify harmful foods, you can also detoxify an unhealthy lifestyle. Dopamine detox is when you take full control of just how much dopamine you would allow your body to receive. How should you do it? Here's how. First, do it one day at a time. Set a specific day of the week that you won't allow activities that will make your brain produce lots of dopamine. Second, stick to it and make it a habit. Don't skip a day, or you might fall into the abyss of going back on track for later. Third, make sure that for that specific day, you are not going to let yourself do dopamine-rich stuff like using the internet for the fun of it, using your phone for more than an hour, playing games, and even eating processed and junk foods. Do walks outside, journal your day, and meditate on this day. Fourth, repeat until you've done it for at least a month or two. Why does dopamine detox work? Even if the whole process looks taxing and a bit boring, once you've got the habit of doing it, it would feel a lot better. The idea behind it is to make you love and enjoy doing the less fun things just as much as you do the dopamine level things before. Let me give you this example. If you are used to a coffee house latte, and then suddenly you find that you need to make black coffee at home, you would feel a little off, right? That won't make you happy. But here's the thing you need to realize. There's nothing wrong with that basic coffee at all. It's just that you got used to the luxurious one, and your brain won't give off dopamine for the simple things. You have become tolerant of the grand lattes. Now, if you put dopamine detox into the situation, it would look like this. You convince yourself enough to settle into the routine of making coffee at home little by little. Imagine setting a day each week to transfer to making your coffee. Over time, that basic coffee will be enough to make you not just content, but also dopamine happy. You've saved money and spent time wisely, which is a great win from lots of angles. To give you a more realistic take on dopamine detox, you can also think about a time in your life when you had to choose between reward or work first. If you have work, but you also badly want to watch the latest finale episode of your favorite TV show, which one will you choose to do first? Dopamine Detox says, do the work first, and then treat that finale episode as a reward later. This way, you're modifying the way your brain produces dopamine by doing the labor first. So let me ask you, will you try dopamine detox? Do you even need it? I think all of us do in some way. Just make sure to take it easy and to have fun along the way. But remember, work first and rewards later. Well, that is enough practical wisdom for today. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up below. We will be posting 4 to 5 videos per week. So click the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified of our new videos weekly. Thanks everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao ciao!